guys, it's Melanie. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I got this really warm, slightly rusty eye look using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have already done one look with this palette that I will link down below for you, and it was a much more typical Melanie eye look in that I used these more, I guess you could say, like mauve-y types of tones, and that's just naturally what I gravitate towards. But I know a lot of you really love these warm eye looks that a lot of people are doing, so I thought I'd show you my take on warmth from this eyeshadow palette. I do use 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades from the palette, so if you have it, go ahead and get it out and follow along as I show you this warm, rusty, I think fall appropriate eye look. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get this look over here on this eye. First thing I'm going to do is take the color Burnt Orange, and I'm going to put that in my crease with just a crease brush, whatever you have that you like. And I'm going to place that in my crease and then slightly above as well. And I am going to work that into my inner corner here. Before starting my eyeshadow, I did put an eye primer on, and I also put Brulee from Wet n Wild over top. That is helping me blend all of these shadows that I'm putting on top of that combination there a little bit more easily. So next I'm going to take the color right above called Golden Ochre. You can see there's quite a bit of powder there. These eyeshadows are definitely very powdery. I will link my original review of the palette down below for you. I'll give you swatches of everything. I'm sure you've already seen it, but if you haven't, it'll give you a little bit more in-depth info on the formula and all of that fun stuff. So I'm essentially placing the Golden Ochre over top of the Burnt Orange. Sorry, I can't ever remember the names of the colors, so I want to make sure I said that correctly. And this is kind of the start of like my transition color. Then I'm going to go into the color Railgar. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the one on the end here. It's this really nice rusty rust color. It really just is a rust colored shadow. And I am tapping off that excess, and I'm placing that in my crease as well as onto the lid on the outer third of my eye, and I am going to work that in towards my inner corner. Sorry about that. Towards my inner corner, but not all the way in. I'm going to leave the last quarter of my inner eye without the without the Railgar over top of what I did earlier, if that makes sense. I'm trying to create a gradient, and I need that little bit of transition shade to peek through in order to create that gradient, if that makes sense. So the fallout that I have is very easy for me to brush away because I use a powder foundation. If you're someone who uses liquid, I would recommend doing your eyeshadow first with this particular palette and then doing your foundation after. Next, I'm going to go into the color Golden Ochre with this is a tapered blending brush, but essentially it's just kind of a fluffier brush. And I'm going to go over the top of the Railgar color to make it just a little bit more of a gradient versus like that kind of harsh line that you're seeing right now. So this is really just about layering and blending to make sure that the look is soft and pretty. Of course, obviously, if you like your crease to be a little bit more defined, you can skip this extra blending step and it'll still be a really pretty look. I just think for my everyday look, I tend to prefer something that has a slight gradient to it. Next, I'm going to take burnt orange on a flat definer brush and I'm going to put that along my lower lash line. Sorry. I should have left my phone downstairs. Make sure you connect it in the corner here. Then I'm going to take my fluffy brush, get rid of that excess. And then I'm going to take the color Primavera, and this I'm just going to actually put on my finger, and I'm going to apply that on the inner 2/3 of my eyelid. I find I get the best color payoff with these shimmer shadows when I apply them with my finger. Obviously, make sure your fingers are clean prior to you sticking them into your eyeshadow palette. My tummy is growling so badly. Oh my gosh, I bet you guys can totally hear it. This is such a pretty shade. Then I'm going to take what's left on my blending brush, and because I have a slight hood on my eyes, sometimes that shimmer shade can transfer a little bit up further into my crease than I want it to. So I can go back in and tone that down just a little bit and fix it. And once I'm happy with whether it matches or not, I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeliner. Today I'm using the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, Definitely a Turn On in Brown Perfection. And of course, everything else that I have on my face will be listed down below for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, put on some mascara, and come back and show you guys the finished look. Here's the finished look. I really like this. I normally do not like warmer, rustier tones on my eyes, but this palette is definitely making me rethink those shades. I think with my eye color, this combination looks really good, but I have a little bit of a dilemma now that my hair is gray, like making sure that the colors that I'm using on my face complement this new hair color as well. For those of you that are going to ask, this is my natural hair color. It has grown out this way, so this is all mine. But anyway, so I like this. I think that I'm definitely going to try some more of these ready colors as well. We are starting to get into fall. It's almost September, so I'm a lot more comfortable starting these more fall appropriate looks. But this is definitely something that I think a lot of people would consider summer appropriate as well. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please leave me any questions down below. And again, everything else that I used on my face will be linked down below for you. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye-bye.